differences between social media for personal use and social media for business use. And especially when you start recruiting Gen Y, they're going to really need this instruction. And they're going to rely on you to give it to them. Because typically, when somebody new starts the business, they're so excited and they jump on Facebook and they're like, I just started this new business, check out my website. And they've just sent their first piece of business spam through their social networks. There are effective ways to do this. So let's talk about the differences. When you're using social media for personal use, it's essentially your family and your friends. Your profile is pretty private. Now, we could get into a whole conversation about what privacy really means online. We're not going to do that today. But essentially, the only people that care what you post are your family and friends. And because of that, you can share whatever is accepted, generally accepted within your circle. Your personal feelings about things, your political beliefs, whatever you believe in, feel strongly about, they're your family and friends, they love you. Even if they don't agree, they still love you. It's okay. And so you really have this opportunity to express your opinions pretty freely. You can put up those pictures from that party in college and whatever else, just because we all think it's funny, because they love you. But when you start talking about social media for business use, in addition to family and friends, we are now adding customers and prospects and your company. And so, you now need to think of your profile as public. This means that pretty much the whole world is going to see it. And I recommend to direct sellers that they don't mess around with privacy settings because, we could mess up. Why put yourself through that stress? Just make sure that everything on there is fit for public consumption. And you're going to share some personal information, but not private information. And there's a difference. Personal information is that information that helps people get to know us as people. It's the information we use to build relationships with people. I'll use myself as an example. My public profiles are purely business. But if you go on there, you will see pictures of my beautiful children. I love to cook, and I share recipes. I communicate with my friends from high school and my friends from church. We have fun. But at the same time, those activities help people get to know me as a person. So when it comes time to do business with me, people already have a personal connection. And we like to do business with people we like. People need to know, like, and trust you. That's the phrase. Know, like, and trust you before they're going to do business with you. So you need to think through what you can share to help people through that process. Now, in addition to sharing your personal information, you're also going to share some business information. And this is that content I was talking about a little bit earlier. Information that is valuable. What will help people? So you might come across a blog article that you read somewhere. Might be on a Team National blog, might be somewhere else. And you say, this is really useful. You've already been strategically friending people who are in your target market. So then you can say, hey, here's an article you might find interesting. Guess what? You just provided value. People appreciate value. And you need to remember that everything that you share reflects on your business, the company, and the business of every single distributor in the company. Sometimes people say, well, I feel passionately about this. I'm going to share it. I don't care. It's just my business and my customers. But what if something that you shared was seen by a prospect that someone else had been working with for months, and they were this close to signing? And suddenly they read yours and say, oh, is that what those people over at Team National believe? Forget it. You wouldn't want someone to do it to you, right? Don't do it to other people. So you just really need to put everything through a filter before you decide to post it. Really think it through.